I mean, is it like giving you?
You guys thought?
Test, 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 test.
This is me also testing.
Test, test, test,
Comes through.
test.
Go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Broken Anvil Miniatures' very first Rivenstone Battle Report. We're really excited that everyone's here with us. We want to introduce the game to you, talk about the world. So this is going to be a little bit different than a normal battle report where we would just sort of play and let you watch along. We're going to take our time and explain some of the rules as we go. So if you're just wanting to learn more about Rivenstone, this is going to be a great introductory opportunity for you. I'm Will Hungerford, lead game designer here at Broken Anvil Miniatures. With me is my partner in crime, Faye Reppes, lead game developer here at Broken Anvil Miniatures.
Yeah.
Now, before we get started, of course, the big thing we want to talk to everyone about is that on April 26th, the Kickstarter for Rivenstone is going live. So you can go to rivenstonegame.com right now. We have a newsletter you can sign up for. You'll get a free mystery gift if you sign up for the newsletter and basically pledge that you're going to check out the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
There's no monetary requirement or anything. You just go sign up for the newsletter. And if you do pledge and get yourself one of the starter boxes, you get yourself a cool mystery gift.
Absolutely.
Which I don't even know what it is. Chris has been keeping it a secret from me.
I know what it is, but I'm going to keep it a secret from you, just for the heck of it.
Thanks. So, for today's show, we're going to explain some very basic overview stuff. Then we're going to play an entire game of Rivenstone. We expect this is probably going to go between an hour and a half to 2 hours. The game is normally about an hour to play, but we're going to take our time and explain things as we go. So, first, what is Rivenstone? So, Rivenstone is a tabletop skirmish miniatures game. Low model count. Usually most people's forces are going to be between 8 and 16 models at sort of the high end. Very quick paced, very tempo based, not an attrition based war game, and you'll see that as we play. The game has been developed from, I'd say, decades and decades of industry veterans. It started with William Moss Schoonover. I came in. You've been doing this. We have a ton of just really good people working on this. This is the game that we've been wanting to make for a very long time, and we're very excited to finally share it with all of you. The world of Vin is where Rivenstone takes place. Let me explain a little bit about what Vin is and what makes Rivenstone as a fantasy setting unique and special. Vin is a world where magic is not some ethereal energy that sort of appears in midair that wizards pluck out of nowhere and use to throw fireballs at you. Magic is something that is physical. It grows out of the ground in these big crystalline deposits called Rivenstone. Every culture on the world has used Rivenstone in different ways throughout the many years of history. Some people use it for magic. They break it apart, use it to cast spells. Some people use it to fuel their technology. Some people use it for creative means, spiritual means, emotional means. It's sort of a super fuel that can be used for anything and everything. In the setting, there was a bit of a cataclysm that occurred. The descendants of, or say the ancestors of the faction I'm playing today, the Shattered Empire, did an experiment with some of the worlds of Rivenstone and caused a Riven storm, where all the crystal evaporated and became a giant global storm that passed over the world for 400 years. So basically, wild magic rained down on the world, causing everyone to have to go into hiding and sort of, duck and cover for 4 centuries in order to not die. As the game takes place, the storm has finally started to abate. And like magma from a volcano cooling back into rock, as the storm goes down, Rivenstone is growing again. So the conflict point of the game is that you are playing the major powers in the area of Vin we're fighting in, going back out into the wilderness to explore, see how the world is changed by this magic storm, but more importantly to go out and get Rivenstone again. It is why everyone fights in this world, is because they're trying to get the primary resource. So a game is determined first by what scenario you want to play and what event deck you want to use. The scenario dictates sort of the specifics of what you're fighting over, and it has a lot of, you always have Rivenstone involved, but it's, are we trying to turn on mining equipment that we found out in the wilderness to get a bunch of Rivenstone that's stored in an underground silo? Or maybe we just found a good area to mine it. Or maybe someone already has a mining operation and we're trying to steal it. Or maybe we're just having a fight out in the wilderness. The scenario gives you your narrative overlay. The event deck talks about where you are fighting and what the sort of weather patterns or global effects and what are occurring. In terms of gameplay, the scenario dictates how many rounds you'll play for, while the event deck dictates how long each round lasts. And then also scenarios and event decks have their own special rules to them. When you play Rivenstone, you play till as many rounds as the scenario says to play for. And at the end of it, whoever has the most victory points wins the game. Scenario is one way you can score victory points, and every scenario has its own victory point conditions. But the other way is really up to you as the player and how you build your warband of models that are going out into the wilderness to fight. So let's talk a little bit about the forces we brought today. I'll start. I am playing the Shattered Empire. The Shattered Empire are the descendants of the Augurs, the humans that caused the storm to occur so long ago. They are going back out into a broken world to try and reunify all the old holdings that the Empire once had. They're finding these pockets of civilization, now city-states, old towns, small communities, and trying to welcome them back into the fold. One of their main things is their technology has really evolved over the 4 centuries. A lot of them began to be born changed. They would be missing arms, legs, other limbs, and in its place would be organic Rivenstone growths. And they found these people to basically be the saviors of the old empire. These people could use new arcane prosthetics and new types of technology and machinery and power it using their sort of organic battery growing out of their body. So you're going to see a mix of standard, troopers using swords and shields and really cool looking Fusiliance guns mixed with stone-touched heroes. These are people that are born stone-touched, so they'll have enormous prosthetic fists that wield weapons far too large for a normal human to use. They're a very tanky and defensive playstyle, and they're very much about taking control of the board and sort of claiming everything for the Empire. And I'll be facing off against
The Oryx. So the Oryx are all about destroying Rivenstone. They don't think it should exist, but they aren't adverse to using it to destroy it. They'll use its magical powers at least temporarily.
Yeah.
They're very aggressive.
Yeah, they're the super aggressive faction. Basically, the Oryx are the ones that lived out in the wilderness during the Riven Storm, and they survived. It has changed them as a people. And now that they see all these civilizations coming back out to get Rivenstone again, they're like, absolutely not. We know what happened last time, so we're going to try and stop you. So when you play the game, you choose one of two sizes, Scouting Party or Raiding Party. Scouting Party means you are using 2 heroes, which is a type of model, 3 follower groups, which are basically smaller groups of less powerful models, and 1 barracks, whereas a Raiding Party is 3 heroes and 4 follower groups. We're talking about this now because the heroes you choose really do dictate a lot of how you play the game. In addition to scoring victory points off the scenario, every hero has a secondary that they can score victory points off that is unique to them. So the heroes you choose are also saying sort of, how am I scoring with my warband? Every hero also has an amount of victory points they're worth to your opponent when they die. More powerful heroes are worth more victory points. So you have a bit of a risk-reward in your army construction. So my list today, I brought Grand Adjudicator Belcroft, who is a champion of the Shattered Empire, worth a lot of victory points, but an incredibly powerful model, as we'll see on the table. I have a Stone Touch Knight, who is sort of my base level veteran hero, very good melee DPS, and he particularly wants to go grab an objective and hold it for himself to score bonus points. I have 2 units or 2 follower groups of line troopers, and these are my bread and butter troops. They have swords, they have shields, and they can jump in the way of my heroes in case one of them gets attacked by melee, which if you playing Oryx, it's probably going to happen a lot. And my 3rd follower group, I brought some line fusiliers for a little bit of range support. And finally, what finishes out your warband is the barracks you choose, because in this game, at certain intervals in the game, you can respawn models that have died, so that you're never truly out of the game. And which models do you have over there, Faye?
All right, I've got Tor the Huntmaster. He is surprisingly shooty. Oryx actually has a really strong shooting vibe to them, which is interesting. He's all about choosing one model and killing that model as good as he possibly can. The Battle Master, who's more of a kind of commander, although just like all Oryx, he wants to go out and kill stuff. He wants to charge things and kill them.
Just because you're super aggressive doesn't mean that's all that you do.
I mean, yeah.
He's just very good at it.
I have 2 follower groups of brutes. Brutes are, oh boy, they're point and click. They like to kill stuff, and they're not the smartest in the world.
No. But they are, what they lack in brains, they make up in beef.
That's so true. And finally, Flingers, who are a more tactical orc. They will move up the field, they'll be really good at mining Rivenstone, and they can throw their boomer axes because the best thing to do is put an axe at the end of a throwing weapon.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And make it curve back and come back to you like a boomerang.
Yeah, yeah.
So the scenario we're playing is the tutorial scenario, the introductory scenario. It's called Motherload. A lot of scenarios have different, aspects that make them more or less complicated, but this one's very straightforward, and it teaches you how to manage your resources and play the game very easily. So very straightforward victory condition. The concept behind this one is we found an area full of Rivenstone. The scenario tells you where to place Rivenstone deposits, which your models can mine to gain Rivenstone shards to unlock powers, as well as where any objectives go. And we see that we've got an objective here, 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 and we have some Rivenstone deposits on the board. In this scenario, at the end of every round, whichever player controls each objective scores 2 victory points. The narrative here is that, again, we found an area rich with Rivenstone. We're trying to set up a mining operation, so we're trying to just take control of this area from our opponent. The event deck we're playing is called the Tale of Storms. And the Tale of Storms reads, the world is broken and dangerous. The event that shattered the realms echoes through the ether to this day. Over a field of newly discovered Rivenstone, the air becomes charged, threatening to erupt into deadly arcane storms. Lets us know there's a flux trigger of 6 shards, which you'll see as we play the game. That indicates when a round ends. And that we begin the game with the Distant Thunder card in play, and it tells us what other cards are in our event deck. The Distant Thunder card says, the Rivenstone outcroppings radiate power that swirl up into the sky, changing weather patterns and attracting any storms into the region. It tells us there's no special rule for the first round, but after the first round, we discard this card. We shuffle a new card to become our active event deck card. So there's going to be some sort of a weather effect that will be coming up later. So let's go ahead and roll to see who goes first. We'll do deployment, and then we'll sort of explain things as we go.
Yep.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab 5 of our skill dice. We're going to roll, and we're looking for fists and wilds. Go ahead and roll first, Faye. So Faye got
nothing.
2 shields, which are nothing in the initiative roll, and 3 focuses, which are also nothing in this roll. So you rolled 0.
Strong.
I rolled 2 focuses, which don't count, 2 wilds, which you'll see this sort of aperture, and then 1 fist. So I got 3, which means I'm going to be the first player.
Yep.
So we're going to start deployment. Some scenarios let you deploy your barracks in other areas, and some are very specific where they go. This tutorial one tells you place your barracks directly here.
Yep.
Deployment for this scenario is within medium range of your table edge, and the way you do deployment is you do one hero and then one muster's worth of a follower group. So I'm going to start off with Grand Adjudicator Belcroft. In Rivenstone, you use measurement tools for everything. Measurement tools have different sizes: medium, long, far, like you'll see here. And there is no completely within measurements. When you measure from one point to another, and the model you place can be anywhere along the stick, or if you're measuring a distance, for example, if this Rivenstone is within range of this piece of terrain, just simply is it or is it not. You can't turn it sideways whenever you measure. You have to lay it flat, and this is going to become more important when you're trying to move through terrain or move through enemy models.
Yep.
So Belcroft is just sort of a big, nasty threat. He likes to steal Rivenstone shards from people and blow them up, so I'm going to put him right here. And then to put myself into an advantageous run some guys up on the objectives, I'm going to do a follower group of line troopers. They have a muster stat of 3, which as I deploy and activate them in groups of 3. There's no coherency in Rivenstone, so I'm getting to put down 3 models, but I may put them anywhere I want. And so I'm going to spread my forces out with a line trooper there, a line trooper here, and just one sort of right in the middle.
All right.
So back to you.
Yeah, now that he's deployed a hero and a follower muster, I will do the same, and we will continue to go back and forth until we have deployed our entire armies. All right. Tor eventually wants to kill a Belcroft, so he'll deploy kind of close to that.
You don't have to, though.
Yeah, but he wants to.
No, I understand.
It's his favorite.
Okay.
And then we get our flingers over here. There's 1 flinger, 2 flingers, and all the way over here, 3rd flinger.
So again, it comes back to me. I'm going to do a hero and a follower group. I don't want Tor near my heroes because he kills things real good. I do want my Stone Touch Knight to go run on an objective because that's his secondary, is for him to be on an objective with no enemy heroes near one. So I'll put my Knight here. And then I'm going to do my second muster of line troopers that I added to my force. Let's add a couple buddies for Belcroft just to keep him safe. Mm-hmm. And then let's add another buddy here near this Rivenstone deposit. Okay, back to you.
All right. Let's send my veteran after your veteran. And a couple of brutes. Brutes are a muster of 2, so unlike all the other musters that we've been deploying so far, they deploy in 2s. So you get less of them, but they're also big, chunky boys that do more damage.
And chunky girls, too.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
My last thing to deploy is my final follower group, because in a scouting party game, 2 heroes, 3 follower groups. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do my Line Fusiliers, which are my range support, and I want to be able to pop shots at basically everything. So I'm going to put one here watching this objective. These trees block line of sight, so I don't want to be behind those. So I'm going to put my other 2 line troopers here side by side, sort of aiming down this big open area.
And I get my last 2 brutes. 1 brute right there, and another brute right over here. Okie dokie.
All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get started with the game. The first round begins. Each round is broken into...
Good. Let's go.
Oh, each round is broken into 3 phases. The first one is the lull phase, where you get to remove exhaustion or basically activation tokens off of models, and you get to respawn a few of your models. During the first round of the game, that's not going to happen, so you kind of skip the initial lull phase, unless you have a rule that triggers during that. The main meat of the game takes place in the clash phase, where Faye and I are going to alternate taking turns activating some of our models. So round 1 starts, lull phase, nothing happens. Clash phase begins. We check for any rules that trigger at the beginning of the clash phase, which you have one.
Yep. The flingers have a special rule called Outrider, and it says at the beginning of every clash phase, they just get to move for free.
Now this would be a good example of how does movement work in this game.
Yep.
So they get to move short according to the Outrider.
Yep, so this stick has all 3 of the smallest movements: tight, short, and close. They get to move a short, so I have to put the stick down so that the stick doesn't go over terrain or an enemy model. Obviously, there's no enemy models over here. But I couldn't put the stick down over this Rivenstone. That would be against the rules, so I'm just going to put it here. And when I move this model, they need to move anywhere on this stick, ignoring the extra little part, because you don't use that. So I'm going to move like around this corner like that.
Okay. While you're moving your other two flingers, because they all have this rule,
Yep.
terrain baseline does not block line of sight but cannot be moved through. There are keywords. We use a keyword system for the terrain in this game. Whenever you put your terrain down on the table, you and your opponent agree what keywords exist on which pieces of terrain. And we have some what we call baseline examples. If you have a forest, it should have these keywords. If you have a wall, it should have these keywords. There are keywords that let you move through things. Traversable says you can walk through it. Shroud, for example, says you can't see through it if you can't draw a line from the attacker's base to the defender's base. So there's modularity. It also allows you to make any pieces of terrain you want at your own home, and the keyword system will let you very easily identify what does this do, no matter what it is. While we don't have any verticality on this board, verticality can be a very big part of your Rivenstone games. There are rules for climbing, jumping off of things, falling off of things, so on and so forth. Did you do all of your Outriders?
Yep.
Okay.
They are
so
moved.
the Clash phase, start of Clash phase rules have now resolved. So now it's time for us to go back and forth. So when it is your turn, you take 2 maneuvers. The 3 maneuvers you may take are Hero, Follower, or Barracks. When you take that kind of maneuver, you activate that type of model. When you take a Hero maneuver, you activate one of your heroes that you're allowed to. When you take a Follower maneuver, you pick a Follower group, one of your cards, you activate a number of models equal to their muster stat. When you take a Barracks maneuver, you activate your Barracks, usually to respawn models that have died. You can't take 2 of the same maneuver in the same turn, so you can't go Hero, Hero, Barracks, Barracks. The only exception to this is if you have no heroes on the board, you are allowed to take 2 back-to-back Follower maneuvers, but usually it's better to take a Barracks and a Follower to respawn somebody. So I'm going to begin by activating my Line Troopers. I think we're going to pull the Line Troopers up on the screen real fast so you can see their card as I talk about a few of their things. So as you see their card, they are a muster stat of 3, which is the icon on the far left side of the card. Looks like the 3 individuals standing there. That means I get to activate 3 of them. The right side of the card is going to be their stat line. These are things such as their speed, their defense, their health, and so on and so forth. So I get to pick any 3 Line Troopers on the board I want to. When a model activates, it gets to take 2 actions. There are abilities to make free actions, and often getting Rivenstone shards lets you buy free actions, which is why it's a very powerful resource. But everyone gets 2 actions base. The 5 actions in the game you may take are, we'll go through the most conditional one first, which is Cleanse. If you are suffering a condition like poison or knockdown or you're burning or something like that, you can cleanse it away. You can interact. Many scenarios require you to interact with the elements to try and score points, but also any model within tight range of a Rivenstone deposit can interact with it to try and mine some Rivenstone shards. Your most common 3 actions are going to be attack, walk, or run. When you walk, a model moves the speed. When you see its speed icon, which is the little boot, there's 2 letters, 1 / a second one. When you walk, you move that first one. When you run, you move the second one. Your first move has to be a walk, and your second move has to be a run. You can't walk more than once, you can't run more than once. So you must walk before you run. And attacking, we'll get to attacking in a bit. You could do these in any order you want to. So if I wanted to attack, walk, I could. If I wanted to attack, I could. If I wanted to walk, interact, I could. Usually if you walk, run, that's your 2 actions and you're done, unless you have something special you can do. Yeah. So we're going to do my Line Troopers, and as an example, they are speed medium short. So this Line Trooper right here, I want to get on the objective, so I'm going to walk medium, and then I am going to run short. This scenario says at the end of the round, whoever has the most models within close range of an objective holds that objective and scores 2 victory points. I'm going to do a quick pre-measure here, so I'm kind of hiding behind that wall. When a model activates, it gains an exhaustion token. The lightning bolt icon on every model's card is its stamina. You can't choose to activate a model if it has a number of exhaustion tokens equal to or greater than its stamina. My Line Troopers are all 1s, which means they only get to activate once before exhaustion gets to clear. I still get to activate 2 other Line Troopers because they're muster 3. I've only done 1. So similarly, I'm going to kind of do the exact same thing over here, Faye, and I'm going to put my medium stick down for a walk.
Yep.
Walk him all the way to the end. I could stop anywhere along the stick if I wanted to, but I want to go as far as I possibly can. And I'm going to run.
Hiding, I see.
Yes! Absolutely. You have giant axes. Why wouldn't I hide from you?
Whatever.
I want to try and get some Rivenstone because it's a powerful resource that you only get through mining or through erupting deposits, which you'll see in a second. This requires a model to be within tight range of a Rivenstone deposit. So I'm going to have this line trooper here who is in tight range of this Rivenstone deposit use an interact action to make a harvesting roll. When I make this, I gain 1 Rivenstone shard, so I have that now added to the pool that my entire army can use. So he has mined that for me. However, mining wild magic is dangerous. And whenever you do so, you have to make an ingenuity test to see if the model takes damage. The ingenuity stat is the gear, and the number next to it is how many skill dice you roll. For this roll, I'm looking for fists or wilds to be a success. If I get 1 or more successes, I don't take any damage.
Yeah.
He's got health 1. So I want this to work.
It's dangerous. Yep.
I got a wild. His second action is going to be to mine again.
He's really pressing his luck.
He's really pressing luck. These guys are not meant for mining. They're not that smart. But I'm very good at this game.
Yes, correct.
Because all you have to do is be lucky. He gets an exhaustion token. He took his 2 actions. He's done. He's not dead. My final action, or my final maneuver, is going to be a hero maneuver because I don't need to take a barracks this moment. I can't take another follower. So I'm going to go with my heroes, and my Stone Touch Knight's secondary is called Imperial Requisition. It says at the end of the round, if he is within close range of an objective and there's no enemy heroes near it, I score bonus points regardless of who actually controls the objective. He wants to go stand up on something and say, you have to come stop me. I'm taking this for the Shattered Empire. So I'm going to have a very straightforward turn with him, which is that I am going to walk his speed of medium and run his speed of short. Have him stand next to a line trooper who can kind of protect him, give him an exhaustion token. Now he's stamina 2, which means next time I do a hero activation, I could do Belcroft, who hasn't gone yet, or I could do this hero again because he won't be with a number of exhaustion tokens equal to his stamina. Now, that's all my maneuvers. I'm going to end the turn. When you end the turn, you choose a Rivenstone deposit to erupt. When you do so, you put an exhaustion token on it. I'm going to choose this one here. You can't choose one that already has an exhaustion token on it. It's the first eruption of the game. And then you roll the 12-sided shard die. It says 2 purposes. I'm going to roll it, and it came up a blank.
Of course.
So we'll see more of that in Faye's turn. But what a blank means is that no shards come out of this for free. I don't have a chance to catch them. But more importantly, the round timer doesn't increase at all. There was that flux trigger of 6 that says when 6 shards have come out of the deposits, the round ends. There's a 1 in 12 chance you roll the X. And so the round timer has not moved forward whatsoever.
All right.
Say it back to you.
All right. So I am going to try and clear away these 2 line troopers that are just being jerks and scoring objectives. I can't believe they would do that.
That's what we do.
I know, but, whatever. All right, so I want this flinger.
Yeah.
I'm going to activate my flingers. That's my maneuver.
Okay.
I want her to walk through this doorway. You might not be able to see it with their angle, but this piece of terrain has a doorway. You're allowed to walk through that doorway.
Yeah. It would be a complex piece of terrain, which means we've chosen different keywords for different aspects of the terrain. So we're saying that the wall has shrouds, so you can't see through it, and you can't walk through it, but the doorway has traversable and nothing else, so you can see through and walk through it.
So normally these guys have a medium movement. That's their first movement stat. However, 2 shorts equals a medium. It's almost like we planned it that way.
Yeah. You are allowed to break up any stick in half when you're making movement. And when you do so, you put the 2 sticks where the corners touch. That allows you to walk around things as you sort of hinge those 2 shorter sticks that make up the longer piece.
Yeah, so I've got 1 stick going this way, right up to the door, and 1 stick going this way through the door. And then I just pick up my model and move it all the way to the other side.
Okay.
I don't want to be within close. Can you measure that for
Oh
me?
yeah, well make sure you're not within close of the night because you can only make ranged attacks against things that you are within close. You are just outside of close, looks like.
Perfect. So that's her first action. Her second action is going to be throwing a boomerang at that frickin' line trooper. I can't believe that guy. Could you pull up the flinger card for us?
All right, so why don't you walk us through attacking here, Faye?
So, every attack costs an action or a Rivenstone. We'll explain that later. When you are attacking, dependent upon the type of attack, you will, have a longer or shorter range. Melee attacks, shorter range. The first statistic on the after the either arrow, sword, or little magic bolt, depending on what type of attack it is. This is a missile attack, so it's the arrow. The first letters are the range of the weapon. In this case, the range of a flung boomer axe is medium plus medium. So what that means is, technically, I can shoot 2 full mediums away. I could shoot over here and like hit this tree if I wanted. You can't actually attack the tree.
Yeah.
But I could shoot off in some random direction, or I can shoot this guy. If you're within the first range band, so just a single medium, it's normal range, everything's going totally normally. If you need to use that second range stick, it's called extreme range. So anything after a medium stick and within the second medium stick is called extreme range. If I were able to shoot over this this terrain, I can't, but I could shoot that line trooper, and he would be at extreme range. You would get a defensive bonus for being at extreme range. We'll explain that in a bit. But I'm shooting this line trooper, and that line trooper is very obviously in a single medium.
The fist icon next to the weapon is was the strength of the weapon, and that's how many skill dice D6 Faye is going to roll. I look at my model's shield or defensive stat on their stat bar, which is how many skill dice I roll.
So the strength value for the flinger is 2. However, the flinger has a special rule saying if they're at normal range, they get +1 strength. So I get to roll 3 dice. Whenever I'm attacking, I always roll this red attacker die, and that will give various benefits for the purpose of your roll. However, missile attacks care very little about this die. There's 4 faces on this die that they matter for, so they ignore most of them. But still
the most important one is crit. Every damage value in this game is split between 2 values. If you hit, you do the first value. If the attacker die comes up a crit, you do the second value. It doesn't matter how much the attacker beats the defender by. If Faye's roll beat me by 20, she would do the model's first damage stat. If she rolled a crit on the attacker die and still beat my defensive roll, she would do that second damage value. Right. You're rolling 3 dice. I'm rolling 3 dice. You were looking for fists and wilds. I am looking for shields and wilds. Blanks always miss. And then, time to talk about the focus icon.
All right.
So we have a resource called Vigor. Each player has their own pool. You have 7 Vigor, and it refreshes every round. Vigor allows you to use certain abilities on models' cards. It allows you some common abilities too, such as the ability to charge into combat, the ability to take cover if you were hiding behind someone and someone shoots at you or throws a spell at you, the ability to run through difficult terrain and things like that. One of the most common uses of Vigor is before you make any roll, you may flip one of your Vigor from its charged to its burnt side to count the focus icon as a success for any kind of roll you're making. When I was harvesting earlier, I could have done that as well. So when this happens, the defender chooses first if they're going to burn a Vigor to focus the roll. And in this case, I am. So I'm going to burn a Vigor.
Well, if you're burning a Vigor, I'm burning a Vigor.
All right, so then we would roll simultaneously, but since we're using a single dice tray, we're going to roll one at a time. So Faye, my roll is a 2 because I got 2 wilds and the fist does not count for defenses.
And my roll is a 1 and your Vigor.
Your attacker die is a Vigor recharge, which means hit or miss, she gets to recharge one of her Vigor.
So that Vigor that I just used, I get it right back, which is great. That's only a 1 in 10, so it's pretty rare that it comes up. I only got 1 success. That is less successes than my opponent got. I miss. Ties go to the defender, so even if I got 2, I still wouldn't have hit. So I miss, unfortunately.
I'm going to put an exhaustion token on your flinger for you to indicate they are done with their 2 actions.
All right. Well, that flinger failed, but this flinger has got a shot. Can I? No, there's no way. All right. I'm going to just go there. Easy peasy. I'm going to shoot at this guy, too, because I think that he's dumb.
I'm going to burn one of my Vigor.
Well, I am, too.
I'm going to survive.
Because I'm just getting him right back. It's going to keep on happening. I believe in myself.
I rolled a 2 because I have the shield, which is always a success, and then because I focused, this counts as 1. So I got a 2.
And, I got a 3.
How dare you?
So I focused, so the focus is a success. I'm attacking, so the fists are a success. I got a 3. This is a push symbol. That only matters for melee attacks, although if this had been a melee attack, I could have pushed that model away. I do 1 point of damage. That is all the life that a line trooper has, so that line trooper dies.
And I will give you an exhaustion token.
Thank you.
Line trooper goes to my reserves to be respawned at a later point.
The last flinger is going to get me some Rivenstone. That stuff is super important.
Yeah.
I really, really want it.
They're Ingenuity 2, so you roll 2 dice on this check.
Yep. So I take the interact roll, or the interact action. I get the Rivenstone no matter what. Now I'm checking to see if this model dies. Nope, doesn't die because I got at least 1 fist or wild. I got 2.
Yeah.
Not that that matters.
You gonna do it again?
Heck yeah. So I get another Rivenstone, and I live because I got at least 1 fist or wild.
Here's an exhaustion token
Thank
for you. Which hero's going?
That's a good question. Let's go and get onto some objectives closer to the middle of the board. So my Battle Master is going to kind of do what the Stone Touch Knight did. I'm going to stay over here. And I just pre-measured close from the objective so that I knew where I was going, as opposed to measuring his actual movement, because I knew that I wasn't moving anywhere close to a full short. That's it. That's a very exciting Battlemaster movement.
Yep.
All right. So I've done 2 maneuvers, just like Hungerford did. I'm going to choose a Rivenstone deposit. I'm going to choose the one right next to this flinger. And I'm going to roll the pink die. Got a close 1.
Yep.
So
whatever the number on this die is how many shards we add to the event deck. This event deck again has a flux trigger of 6, which says when 6 or more shards on it, the round ends. This die facing has 9 singles, 1 blank, which you saw me roll, and 2 doubles. That means you can never be certain who is the last player of the round. There's a 1 in 4 chance every time you roll the die that things go off kilter, like they started with me. Because normally if it had been, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I would get to the last turn.
But now that I rolled the blank, it's immediately off kilter. So we're going to add 1 to the Tale of Storms, but also...
Whenever something explodes, not only do you see how many shards come out, you also see how far they come out. So any model within close range, which is really just my 1 flinger, nobody else is in close range, can attempt to catch it, and effectively they just get a free interact roll.
Yes.
If they would like to take it. Don't have to, but you can. I will. I want that. So I get the Rivenstone, either way.
And then see if you catch it in the face or if you catch it in the hands.
You got it. I got it.
Okay. Now, if they had 5 models around that Rivenstone deposit, only one of them could catch it because the die roll was a 1. Some of those die facings that are doubles, that means you get to choose 2 different models to try and catch the shards. And this is per player. So if I had 2 models around Rivenstone, Faye had 2 models around a Rivenstone, and we rolled a double, we could try and catch 2 each.
Yeah. Yeah, so they spawn per player, so you can end up with more. However, even if both players are grabbing Rivenstone, you still add only what you physically rolled to the event deck. So it won't like go up by 4 because 4 people tried to catch Rivenstone.
All right, it's time to speed things up a little bit, and we're going to start getting into it and explaining more as we sort of come across the rules. So I'm going to go with my Line Fusiliers next.
Okay.
Could you bring up the Line Fusilier card real fast? While you're doing that, I'm going to have one of them right here simply walk up. Their speed's short. Don't even really need to measure that. And he's going to use his second action to interact and get me another Rivenstone shard because I want as many as I can get.
Line Fusiliers aren't quite the jarheads that Line Troopers are.
Correct. Ingenuity 2,
Great.
good success. Don't take any damage. And I'm going to have this Line Trooper also do the exact same thing. I'm going to walk short, and I'm simply going to try and get some Rivenstone out of that. Great success. Got a fist or a wild. I could have focused it if I was feeling desperate.
You don't tend to focus Rivenstone collection rolls, but I've done it before, and I'll do it some more.
Now with this Line Fusilier, their weapon, the Fusilance, is range long. So it's only strength 2, but they can shoot that far if they want to. If I sacrifice one of my actions, I can go to range far, which means they can shoot 24 inches across the board. One thing you'll notice about Rivenstone is that the game usually action starts immediately. It is very, very possible to be attacking things right off the bat.
Yeah, so they can shoot literally 2/3 across the table because this is a 3-foot table.
Yep. So this Line Fusilier is going to use that special rule on the Fusilance. I'm going to give up one of my actions to make the Fusilance be range far, and strength 3 instead of 2. First, I'm going to see if this flinger
just short
is. You're not in normal range. Let's see if you're in extreme range.
Yeah.
I got you.
Great.
When you make an attack against a model in extreme range, they get to focus their defense roll without burning a vigor.
Yeah.
So, Faye, I'm going to shoot that flinger, and I am going to burn one of my vigor to focus my roll.
I don't have to. It's already focused.
Go for it.
All right. I got a 2 because it's automatically focused.
I hate that. I got a 2 and a misfire. So I
Failure.
didn't hit Faye because I rolled a 2, Faye rolled a 2. The attacker has to beat the defender. The 1 in 10 misfire result on the attacker die, which is the X, says that your missile attack only misses no matter what. Now, if I wanted to, I could spend one of my shards to do something special, and I'm going to.
Sure.
Certain models have certain abilities that you have to consume Rivenstone shards to use, and every model has a limit of how many shards it can consume safely during a turn before it starts taking damage. Basically, it's a counter that goes up to a threshold, and once you pass that threshold, you can keep using your shards for special powers. You start taking damage. That counter resets every time it goes back down. One of the most common things to use shards for, though, is to buy free attacks. A model can buy a melee attack for 1 shard, a ranged attack for 1 shard, or a magic attack for 2 shards. So I'm going to spend one of my 4 shards. This Line Fusilier is going to consume it, and I'm going to shoot that Oryx again. I am going to focus my roll again, and I'm still at far 3 strength. So go ahead and roll it.
I'm automatically focused. I got a 1.
You got a 1. That's a crit 1 nothing, so I tie you again.
Yep.
I kind of hate it. So I miss you. I could spend another shard if I want to, but I'm at threshold 1 on followers. So if I spend that 1 shard and I go above, I would make the attack, then I would suffer 1 damage and I would die. Now this flinger has been taunting me, and I hate it, so I'm going to.
What?
I'm going to go down to
my
take it.
gosh.
It's not like this guy's going to run up. He's too slow.
All right.
I'm going to focus it.
I got a 1.
I hate it. I got a 2 because I focused, so I do 2 to your 1. I get it. Oh, and then I die.
We both die.
Yeah, but you're off the objective now.
Yeah, but you died too.
I've been informed that we've lost the dice cam, so maybe we'll try and roll a couple of the dice on the table so that people can see what we're actually doing. Otherwise,
You can still see the dice.
oh, you can see them
Over here.
From the top.
Oh, from the top down. So okay,
It's just not going to be super close up. You can still roll in the dice mat.
okay. So that was my follower activation. I'm going to go do a hero activation. I'm going to do Belcroft. Belcroft is going to walk medium up behind this wall. He has an ability called Power Hungry. Power Hungry is his secondary. It says, during his activation, I can burn a vigor. It doesn't cost one of my actions. I choose an enemy hero in my leadership range. My leadership is the crown, and then that range. His is long currently. I'm going to choose this guy. And then I make an interaction roll. The target number is your ingenuity. Belcroft also has the preach rule that says all models in his leadership range are -1 ingenuity, taking you down to a 1.
Whitburn 1.
If we could bring Belcroft's card up real fast, just the normal side, not the infused side, I think people could take a look at what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make my roll. It's like mining, so I need Fists and Wilds. I could focus if I want to. I've only got 1 vigor left, so I'm not going to, and I'm looking for a 1.
You got it.
Great success. When I'm successful, you lose a shard. I gain a shard as I pull it out of you. And because this is my secondary, I score a victory point. So I'm up on the board by doing my hero. Now, every time Belcroft activates, I could do this. This is part of my strategy because I chose this hero. So the score is currently 1-0. With my second action, let's see who I've got in range to Riven Blast. Do I have you, little flinger? Oh, I absolutely do.
Sure do.
I'm going to use my Riven Blast magic attack, which is range medium long. It is strength 4. You are at extreme range, so you're already focused.
Yep.
I'm not going to focus.
Small. I got a nothing.
You got a nothing?
Couple of fists.
I got a 3.
Okay, well that's
That flinger explodes.
gone.
And the Riven Blast special rule says when it destroys an enemy model, your opponent loses a shard as I blow up the magic you were holding.
And that's the reason that magic attacks cost 2 Rivenstone to buy, because they tend to be a lot more powerful than missile or melee attacks.
Yep. All right, followers went, hero went. I'm going to end the turn. I'm going to choose this Rivenstone deposit here to erupt.
Good choice.
Roll my shard die. Shard die came up long 1, which means we added 1 to the round counter. And one model per player within long range could try and catch it. I'll give it to my Stone Touch Knight because he's quite good at this.
Got it,
I
no
catch a
problem.
shard, and it's back to you, Faye.
All right. Well, I don't like losing all of my shards, so I think I'm going to start off by activating this brute, who is within tight of that Rivenstone, and I'm just going to start mining.
the
So-
Ingenuity one, but they're health too.
They're health too. So, they won't die automatically from this. So the first attempt, I will get a shard and I won't suffer damage.
Smart brute,
The second attempt, I will suffer a damage. I'll still get that shard.
but they're health too, so it doesn't die.
Yep, so he gets a little broken heart token to signify that he suffers some damage. And then he will get an exhaustion token when he's all done. Next thing I want to do... can I do this? Maybe.
Why did I blow through so much of my vigor so
I
early?
don't know. It was your choice.
I know.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done. But move to there.
So that was a walk action?
Yeah, that was a walk, and now I'm doing a run.
Are you going to run through the door?
Yeah.
You can't stand on top of objectives, but you can move through them.
Am I on top of that objective?
You are. I can bump you back just
Thank
till
you.
you're off.
Thank you.
There you go.
Am I within close of that guy?
Probably.
I don't know. You can see it better than I can from this angle.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna. So I've already done both of my base actions. Even though you've done both of your base actions, you can still buy attacks with shards. Your activation doesn't end until you say it does. So I'm gonna buy an attack with this shard.
Okay. As a follower, that puts you at threshold, so if you spend any more shards after this during this turn, you'll take damage. I'm not going to focus my defense roll.
All right, I'm not. Well, I've got a million of these. I guess I'll focus.
Okay. You're strength 4, I'm defense 3, so you're rolling 4 dice.
Yep.
Let's see what you get.
Okay, higher than you can possibly get.
You rolled a 4?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to roll my dice anyway because I want to.
Sure.
I got a 1. Shut up, I hate it.
All right, he suffers 1 point of damage. Even though this was a melee attack and I got the push, the only way to push models is for them to live the attack. So I can't push a corpse. You can literally push a corpse. That is a common joke. But I am not going to.
We got a dice can back up.
Yay!
Dice cannon back up? Excellent. Well, we will start using it again.
Okay, so she's all done. That is my entire brute activation because they're only a muster stat of 2, so I only get to activate 2 of them. And now I have to decide, do I want my Battle Master to go just ham, or do I want Tor to get closer to the action?
I don't want either of those.
Well, one of them is happening,
I
so
know.
I'm not taking a barracks action. Hate to tell you. Okay. I'm going to have, I believe in you, Battle Master.
Oh no.
I believe in you. So the Battle Master is going to do what's called a charge. When you begin a walk movement and nobody is in melee with you, and you end that same walk movement in melee with another model, I want to also be within close of that objective. There we go.
Sounds good.
And within close, or well, your melee range of an opponent's model, you can burn 1 of your vigor to end that movement with an attack.
Yeah. Basically, you generate a free melee attack as if you were using a shard, but you use your vigor instead.
So, the Battle Master is usually strength 5. However, when he's charging, he goes up to strength 6.
How many shards do you have left?
I only have 2.
Okay, I'm probably not
You're
dead.
probably not dead unless I roll some crits.
I'm
Let's-
defense 3.
Let's see these beautiful crits.
Please don't.
There's a crit, and there's a 4. Oh, sorry, 3. I didn't focus.
Okay, I'm defense 3. I can technically match you and stop the crit from happening.
Yep.
Okay, please, Stone Touched. Nope.
Nope.
So
So-
your crit damage?
My normal damage is 2. Because I rolled the critical symbol on the attacker die, I do the second damage value, which is 4. So that poor guy will suffer 4 points of damage.
And if we could pull up the Battle Master on the card right now, while we're doing this, everyone can see the stats of the model that's attacking my poor Stone Touch Knight.
Yep.
So that was only your first action because you combined a walk and attack by charging.
Yep.
So you still have a second attack.
So my second action is very surprisingly going to be attack.
I'm not going to focus. Would you like to?
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, I made the right choice because I got a 4.
I can't beat that. You got to push.
And I
as
got to
well.
push. I don't think I can get you also off of that objective. The angles are just wrong. But if I had attacked from a slightly different angle, and I could have pushed him off the objective, which is something that happens a lot in this game, is trying to do melee attacks to push your opponents off objectives. Unfortunately, I was just coming at the wrong angle, so it didn't work out.
Push means when you hit somebody with a melee attack and you roll push, you can move that model tight range, and then the model that's attacking can then follow up tight range, and you have to move them away from you and then follow up towards them.
And tight is a lot further than you think it is sometimes, because like with Belcroft here, tight
Is
literally all the way on the other side, which is massive movement.
All right, so that was your two baseline actions: the walk charge, which
Yep.
generated a free melee attack, and then your second actual action was an attack.
I'm gonna try and kill this Stone Touch Knight. I'm gonna buy a shard. I'm gonna buy an attack with a shard.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to focus.
Okay, well, if I hit you, I kill you, so I will focus.
All right, go and roll it. See if it...
I got a 2. It's a crit, which is completely useless.
Sure,
I don't
I'm-
need that anymore.
I'm dead either
but
way.
I got a 2.
Okay, all I got to do is roll a 2. Easy game.
Could you just take that Shard Knight right off the table? Thank you.
Now, if we can pull the Shard Knight's card up real fast, the one thing I want to point out is you'll see there's two values on the heroes that are different from followers on the far left side. One is their infused stat, which we'll probably be talking about in a moment. And the one underneath that is the skull. That's called their bounty. Whenever they die, that's how many victory points they're worth to your opponent. So my Stone Touch Knight has a bounty of 1, meaning every single time it dies, and it can respawn, Faye gets 1 victory point. And so Faye is now up on the board, so the score is 1-1.
1-1. I did not score my Battle Master's particular victory point ability. I would have had to kill that model specifically with the charge attack, which was not possible. He had literally too much health for that to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Is that, and we have the second
Yeah.
exhaustion token on him, so he's tapped out. He can't go again because his stamina's 2.
yeah.
So
I get to blow up a thing.
yeah, which one do you want to blow up?
The last one left seems like the correct choice. Close 1. This brute that already has 1 life is going to grab it. He doesn't care.
Sure.
Doesn't-
Hey,
he's
good.
smart anyways, it doesn't matter.
All right, we add another one to the card.
So I get a shard. This Rivenstone does become exhausted, so technically it gets an exhaustion token. But
now-
that is the 4th Rivenstone in all of the Rivenstone.
So-
they all have exhaustion tokens, so we just clear them off.
Yep. They basically get to reset.
And that's just to stop you from choosing the same Rivenstone over and over again with the pink die. All right. I've successfully murdered one of your heroes.
Yeah, no,
What are you up to?
I noticed. How many shards do you have?
I have 2. Would you like to steal both of my last shards?
I'm thinking about it.
Well, I
Oh, you're too far away.
deeply, deeply hate that.
Okay. I am going to take a barracks action.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm going to take a barracks action. So I'm going to use the Riven Aperture. Barracks can't be targeted, hurt, or affected in any way. They get 2 actions, but they can only take actions that appear on their card. They don't walk or attack or anything like that. They've all got Reinforce, which says you may spawn 1 hero and 1 muster's worth of 1 follower group within close range of that barracks. They also all have a unique one based on which one they are. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the Attune Energy action, which is on the Riven Aperture. It says I have to spend a shard to even use this ability as one of my actions. I spawn 1 follower model within tight range of any Rivenstone deposit on the board, and then if there was an exhaustion token on it, I then remove it. So what I'm going to do is...
Whoa, what are you doing over here?
Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Why?
I'm going to spawn that line trooper right there.
All right.
Then I'm going to take the Reinforce action. I'm going to bring my Stone Touch Knight back. He's going to appear right here.
Just, a little winded by taking a sword to the face a few times. No big deal.
It was a big deal, and I didn't like it. And then I get to choose a follower group and spawn a muster. Now, my dead followers remaining are a Line Fusilier and a Line Trooper. They're mosters 3. I've only got 1 of each, but I have to choose which group I'm respawning. If I had 2, Fusiliers, I'd probably go with them. But I'm actually going to choose another Line Trooper here.
All right.
I'm going to spawn him here. This is them coming through the portals where the reinforcements are to continue the fight. That's one of my maneuvers. So now I have to choose between either a follower maneuver or a hero maneuver. I am going to choose follower maneuver, and I'm going to go with line troopers.
All right.
So I'm going to go with that line trooper that just showed up over there.
You think that line trooper can kill this brute?
Yes. He's got 1 health left because he caught a Rivenstone shard in the face.
He might be able to do
Do
it.
you want to focus your defense roll?
No.
Okay, me either. I'm strength 2.
I got a 1.
Easy game. I got a 2.
Okay. Well,
So-
easy peasy.
Now, if I wanted to, I could walk, burn my last vigor, and charge, because my second action would be a walk. It'd be my first walk. I've only got 1 vigor left, so what I'm going to do instead.
Behind that Rivenstone?
Actually, they have guns built into their bucklers
They
that
do?
are that are range medium. Am I in medium range of this brute here? Are you in normal range?
Yes.
Oh yeah. My second action, I don't need to mind that. I'm just going to shoot that brute in the back.
Okay, but that brute is behind a whole bunch of terrain.
Sure.
So I'm going to do one of the last things that you can do with Vigor. I'm going to burn a Vigor, and I'm going to take cover behind this terrain. You are allowed to take cover behind any terrain as long as it has the barricade or shroud keyword, and as long as any one line from the attacker's base goes through the terrain feature to the defender's base. So there's a line that very clearly goes from this model's base to that model's base. I am allowed to take cover. I am close enough to the terrain. You need to be within close. So I take cover. Instead of like making focus as a success, I just get to add 2 defense dice. So I'm up to 5 defense dice.
And you could burn another vigor to focus this if you wanted to.
I don't want to. I got so.
You got 5 dice to my 2?
Yeah.
Whatever. I got 2
got
and a
2.
push.
And I got nothing.
Take a point.
Middle fingers.
You did an amazing job, Jimmy. That's his name now. Could you give him an exhaustion token?
Yeah,
for
I
me,
already
please?
got it for him. He stole that brute's exhaustion token.
So next, I still have 2 more line troopers to go with, and what I'm going to do is try and reestablish some pressure on these objectives because I'm worried about the round ending soon. This one is going to walk medium, run short.
Should you get him close enough?
Yeah.
No problem.
Get back up on there. Get an exhaustion token. So at least I have a body there, and then this one over here is going to similarly do the same thing.
Head over to that middle objective.
Yes.
You don't want to hang out with my brute and Battlemaster?
I do not. No, that sounds like a terrible time. It's not a party I want anything to do with. So I'm going to walk medium. I can't touch the woods. The woods have the hindrance keyword, which says you may move through them, but to run through them, if the stick touches them, you must burn a vigor. So I'm going to run this way. They also let me take cover if I'm in them, but I don't want to burn the vigor to run into them, and then not be able to burn the vigor to take cover. Seems like a bad time.
All right.
Now, for the end of the turn eruption, I'm going to choose your deposit that I just cleared off.
Jerk.
I am a bad person.
Jerk.
I rolled a long one.
I get to catch 2. All right, so go and grab me that log.
Yeah. After all my...
So,
We're up to 4 on the event card, by the way.
any model within a long can catch this Rivenstone deposit, which I think actually is Tor. Yeah, Tor. So Tor, this brute, that brute, and this line trooper. Since we both have a model in range of this, we're both allowed to catch this thing. And I'm going to catch it with Tor.
I'm going to catch it with
the
Jimmy.
Smartest guy. Well,
Jimmy-
Jimmy is just on point today.
Yeah, he is.
He shot a brute in the face, meleeed a brute down,
Yeah.
and then caught a shard. Everything is working for that guy. Tor's going to try and catch the shard for me, which I fail, of course.
So you take a damage and get a
So
shard.
I do get a shard. Tor takes 1 damage, which fortunately he has 9 health, so he's not like in danger, but you know, not great. This shard gets an exhaustion token,
And it's back to you.
and we need to add a shard to the. Oh, you already.
Yep, we're at 4 of 6. There's a chance if you roll a double, this is the last turn of the round.
Could be the last turn of the round, but it's only a 1 in 6 chance of happening. But I think I'll still get. Well, I want to get this guy out of my freaking face. What is this guy doing? I'm sick of this dude. So my brute is going to walk over here. Brutes have a special rule, Appetite of Carnage, or for Carnage. This model can use the charge ability without burning vigor. Sweet, I don't have to burn my last 2 vigor to charge you. I just get a free attack every time I walk.
Yep. And then the last core thing to really talk about before we start really battling each other is coalitions. When you build your army, you choose 2 heroes. Then you choose a coalition. Coalitions are restricted by the types of heroes you take. Models have keywords on them. So I have the Shattered Empire Colonists coalition, which says more than half of my heroes have to be Shattered Empire. Your coalition grants you your entire warband some kind of bonus. So sometimes they're mono factions, sometimes they're keyword specific that cross multiple factions as you build your warband. You don't have to stick to just one faction. You get to play the models you think look cool and that you want to play the most. My coalition bonus of Stone Skin says all my Shattered Empire models that are within short range of a Rivenstone deposit are kind of like infused by its energy, and they focus their defense rolls for free. Similarly, Faye is playing the hunting party, or war party, Oryx Coalition. It says every time she makes an attack with an Oryx model, after she sees the defender's die roll, that model can burn a Vigor to force a reroll of one of the defense die. So if we're tied, she can burn a Vigor and make me reroll one of my successful rolls.
Try anyways.
Point is, I'm focused for free here.
All right. Well, I'm not going to focus because I've got like a billion attacks to take at you. One of these is going to work. I got a 2.
And a cleave.
And a cleave.
Cleave says if you kill the model, you get to make a free attack at someone else in range. You just drop 1 die from the roll. I rolled a 2, so I block you.
But do you?
Hold on.
But do you?
Let me keep that out there.
I'm going to burn a Vigor to force you to re-roll one of these 2 shields. That is my coalition ability. Oh, well, you're throwing things. I can't believe you.
All right, we're good.
You still got it. So he still got it. I still miss. Okay. I'll go ahead and take another attack because that was my free charge attack, so I still have a second action. I got a 2.
And a cleave. This seems familiar.
I know.
I got a 2 because I'm focused for free because of Stone Skin.
I see that this is going very poorly, and I've given up.
Have you met Jimmy the Line Trooper?
He's literally the best line trooper.
Dude is straight invincible. He's a master of mining, and he's a martial paragon.
I've given up on Jimmy. I'm going to temporarily move this.
Yep. You have the other
This
brute.
brute is going to go ahead and move. I am allowed to place the stick over this terrain feature because it has the hindrance rule, which says that you are allowed to move through it. And I'm allowed to place it over my friendly model because you can walk through friendly models.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and move to right there.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to run. I'm going to get up on this this objective so that you don't get to score it, just in case the round ends.
Okay.
Okay. And now, Tor has made some decisions about his life.
Oh.
And one of those decisions is that he's choosing Belcroft with the Big Game Hunter special role.
All right, so we can bring up Tor's card real fast.
Yeah.
Tor's card, he is a little bit of a murder machine. Big Game Hunter says he picks a hero when he activates. All attacks against that hero count wilds as 2 successes instead of 1, and if he hits that hero twice in 1 turn, you score a victory point. That's his secondary. This is in addition to the fact that he has a ranged weapon that knocks down. We'll explain knockdown when it comes up. And that people can't take cover while in his leadership range of medium, so even though Belcroft's behind this wall, if you get within medium, it doesn't matter. And his cat gets a free attack every turn because he's riding a giant saber thing.
So, my first action is going to be to have Tor move right on up to here.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I got you in medium. I don't know. It's real close. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely got
I'm
you
in.
in medium. Okay. Because I got him in medium, I'm probably not going to do a second move. I'm just going to throw some stuff at you. So that was my first action, was walking. My second action is going to be throwing a chain bolus at you. It is strength 4, so I get 4 dice. I always roll that attacker.
How many shards do you have, Faye?
I have 3 shots.
I'm going to focus my defense roll.
Okay, well, I'm going to focus my attack roll.
Okay. And we're both out of vigor now.
We are out. We are just rolling dice. I got a 2.
Okay, you got a 2 and a cleave. Cleave only triggers on melee. I got a 2 because I focused.
Son of a gun. I can't force him to reroll, so I got no vigor. I'm still going to buy another attack, though.
Okay. Champions can buy up to spend up to 3 shards per activation before they start taking damage.
So I buy an attack. I'm shooting you again. This time I got a 4. And the reason that I got a 4, I didn't focus, so the focus isn't a success. The fists are 1 success. The wild is 2 because he has the special rule Big Game Hunter. That is not usually the case.
And a crit?
And a crit. So if this hits you, it'll do 4 damage instead of 2 damage.
Oh!
You got a 1.
I did. I take 4 damage and I'm knocked down. Knockdown says all attacks against me are focused for free, and I have to cleanse that action or that condition in some way before I can move or make attacks.
All right. I want to hit you at least one more time because I want to get my victory point.
Sure.
So I'm going to buy another attack.
I have 9 health, by the way, so I've got 5 left.
I know. I'm not, unless this is also a crit,
Then it's gonna
I'm
be-
not going for the kill.
Yeah.
But I am going to get my victory point.
I know.
All right, so this is automatically focused because he's knocked down. I got a 2, and it's a crit. Oh my god, I might kill Belcroft.
I hate it. You did. I take another crit. I take 4. I've got 1 left.
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting 2 crits.
You do score your big game hunter because you hit me twice.
I do get my 1 victory point.
So the score is 2-1.
2-1. I'm going to buy a 3rd attack. I wasn't expecting to do this.
No, it's okay, Faye.
Because screw Belcroft directly in the face.
No, double crits are cool.
I-
It's a 1 in 5 chance that there's a crit on the attacker die. Go ahead, let's see what you got.
This is by the way.
Okay,
Oh, it's not a crit. I got a 3.
You got 3 because I'm knocked down.
Yep.
All right, so I need to roll a 3 to survive.
Correct.
Please let me survive, game.
I would like you to not survive.
I don't survive.
Okay.
So Belcroft just gets murdered out of nowhere. He's worth 4 when he dies. That's his bounty. So the score just went from 2-1 to 6-1.
Yep. So I declare that a successful Tor activation.
It was pretty good, Faye.
I wasn't expecting to kill Belcroft, but I am pleasantly surprised.
Oh, God.
I'm going to go ahead and choose this Rivenstone deposit to explode.
Don't roll the double on me.
Nope.
Ooh, okay.
You do get another activation. I will try and grab it with my
about to
flinger
say.
right there. My flinger dies.
Sure.
But I do get the shard, so that's okay.
Okay.
And that becomes exhausted.
Now, unless I roll that blank.
And we get a shard added to that. You already got it. You're too far ahead of me.
All right. So I'm going to hope I don't roll the blank, and I'm going to count on this being the last turn. I'm going to try and get some victory or scenario points back, despite you murdering Belcroft out of nowhere. So I'm going to take my 2 maneuvers. I'm going to go with line troopers first. This line trooper is going to walk medium, run short, and basically, oops, be a body on this objective.
Yep.
So I'll
Should be
have
close
more,
enough, no
I'll
problem.
have more than you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that we each have guys. There's no like contesting. There kind of is. It's just whoever has the most on each objective scores.
That's in this scenario. Every scenario is different. This one is going to. I can't run through the woods right now.
But you can walk through them. You should be able to get most of the way through.
Yeah, we're gonna walk there, and actually just be. You know what? Change course.
Okay.
Go be here for when this erupts.
Sure.
I only have 2 of them unexhausted, so I can't actually do another line trooper. So I have to go to my hero activation or barracks. I don't want to do barracks right now, so I'm going to do my Stone Touch Knight. I am going to walk, which I can walk through this without burning a vigor. And now I'm out of it, and then I'm going to run.
Yeah. So heroes also don't count as like bigger models for the purposes of objectives. There's still just 1 model. So he currently has 2 models on this objective, and I have 1. So realistically, he's about to score this objective. Boop. Unless you
yes.
wanted to buy some attacks.
I don't think I could have gotten within range to hit you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
So-
not this time.
I'm just going to. That's my play because.
You do have a sword cannon.
I do have a sword.
technically use that sword
I
cannon,
could,
but-
but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna have this deposit erupt back here,
All right.
and not roll
Don't
the blank.
roll the blank.
Close to.
Okay. Well, the round extra ends.
2 shards come out of this, so I'm gonna have the first one. Donald here is gonna try and catch the first one. He does. Then Donald will try and catch the second one. He does.
My God, have your line troopers failed an ingenuity roll?
They have not.
Great. Cool.
So now the flux phase begins, and we check scoring. So my Imperial Requisition on my Stone Touch Knight says if he's within close range of a objective and there's no enemy heroes, he scores. Obviously, Tor is right there. Then we just go to who has the most next to each one. You've clearly got this one. I've got that one. I've got that one. The score goes from 6-1 to 8-5.
Correct.
Then we recharge all our vigor.
Yay! We've got resources.
We resolve anything with the event deck, which says we discard Distant Thunder and we draw a new card to be active for the rest of the game, and then we're going to go into round 2.
Yep.
And then Faye and I are just going to try and murder each other as fast as we possibly can.
Yep. So that's 1 round. 1 round is actually a really good way to teach somebody the game. You can teach almost all the mechanics. In fact, we got through every mechanic except for 1. We missed a single mechanic that we'll catch in the second round, certainly.
We drew Crackling Anticipation as our card, which has magical energy builds in the area as more and more Rivenstone begins to manifest. The air itself has become energized, invigorating the forces embroiled in battle. The special rule is, at the beginning of each of your turns, add a shard to your reservoir.
Yay, free shards.
So, round 2 starts. Because I was the player that went last, Faye is the player that goes first. You don't make new initiative rolls, it's just whoever didn't go last. First thing that happens is exhaustion clearing. If every model on your side of the board has one or more exhaustion tokens, you clear all the exhaustion off of your models. If not, you choose one hero and one follower group and clear all the exhaustion off just the chosen model. That's called a partial clear.
We both have a full clear. We
Yeah.
both each of our models all have at least one exhaustion token.
Yep. I'm gonna put this woods back. Then, the last thing of the lull phase is each player gets a free reinforcement from their barracks, meaning they get to bring back one hero and one muster's worth of a follower group. Starting with the player that has initiative, so Faye. If you don't have a hero to spawn, you instead get to spawn 2 muster's worth of follower groups, and you can choose 2 different follower groups if you like.
So, I'm going to spawn my flingers. Taking the reinforce action during the lull phase is mandatory, but the second muster of followers is optional. So I have to spawn at least 1 muster. I can spawn 2 musters. I will spawn 2 musters.
And they spawn within close to the barracks.
Yep. And this guy is going to go this away, and this away,
I'm also going to
and
spawn.
this away, and right in the
Spellcraft.
middle. So it is mandatory that he summons Spellcraft and mandatory that he summons that Lion Fusilier. We both have all of our models on the table, so everybody's back.
All right, Faye. Clash phase starts. Your flingers get their outrider move of short.
Yep. So this guy's gonna go get over to this Rivenstone because I want to mine some freaking Rivenstone. And this guy's gonna go over, get to that Rivenstone, and then this guy is gonna go forward, right to there. Okie dokie. All right, so my turn starts. I'm going to start with those flingers. They're on Rivenstone deposits. They are ready to mine for me, and I need some Rivenstone. Oh, speaking of, I get a free Rivenstone.
Yep, because of crackling anticipation.
Yep. This guy's going to mine.
Sure. Looking for Vista Wilds. Got
I
it.
got one. And you can mine again. Keep on mining. Got it.
Okay.
So that's 2 more Rivenstone and an exhaustion token. Boop. This guy is going to mine Rivenstone at least once.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to try and get rid of this freaking Line Trooper.
Sure.
So I'm going to shoot at you.
Defense 3.
Yep.
Autofocus because of Stone Skin.
Yep. You're not allowed to take cover because you are within short range of my dude.
Do you want to focus?
I do not.
Okay. See what you get.
I got a 1. That's not a very good roll.
I got a 1.
All right. You defend. I'm fine with that. I would have preferred it to go differently, but I'm not going to like spend Rivenstone or bigger or anything. All right, this guy is going to try and get rid of some Line Troopers as well. I'm going to try and get rid of this Line Trooper. Yeah, I just want to be,
Just going to walk up and throw a boomerang at me.
yeah, right there.
Okay. I will not focus.
I really want this Line Trooper gone because he's defending your Stone Touch Knight, so I'm going to focus.
Okay.
I got a 2.
I got 2.
I'm going to spend a Vigor and force you to reroll one of those.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay,
That gets it.
you die. Making me spend a ton of resources to kill Line Troopers.
Yeah.
You jerk. All right.
Don't blame me. Blame them.
It's true, I should. Okay. Now whom do I want to go with? I kind of want to do a second follower activation, but I'm not allowed to do that.
Nope.
So, instead, you know what? I think I might infuse Tor. No, I'm gonna activate the Battle Master.
Okay.
All right. Tor believes in himself. The Battle Master is going to get all up in your face. Just have himself a good time. Let me see if I can get close enough to these 2 models. Oh, there's 3 models. Gosh, I didn't see one of them. So that I can attack multiple of them. Yeah.
Are you going to charge?
Yes.
So he's going to walk there. Let's see who you were in range of.
I'm
Those
hoping
2?
those 2 guys.
Yeah, you got those 2 guys for
That
sure.
was my intent.
Just don't have this guy back here.
So I'm going to spend 1 Vigor to charge, and I'm going to attack the further one, we'll say. Further one for me. I get an extra strength for charging, so I'm strength 6.
And I'm 3 die autofocus because of Stone Skin.
I rolled
A 2? Oh, roll a 1.
Yep.
A 1. I rolled a nothing, Faye.
Okay, well, that's good. So I hit you.
You score a point. 'Cause
I also rolled a push. The Battle Master can treat pushes as cleaves. And you know what? I really want to do that, because then I get a free attack at that next guy
Yeah.
with 1 less die. So instead of rolling 6 dice, I get to roll 5 dice.
More importantly, though, you kill someone on a charge.
Yeah,
So
I
you
do score 1 victory point.
So you were
I'm up
9 to 5?
9 to 5.
Because that's his special.
Well, he got a 3.
Oh, I can only roll 2 dice now because I don't have the higher defense.
Yep. So you die. I got another cleave,
No one's
but
in
that nobody's in range.
Yeah.
However, that was only my first action.
That was your first action. You walked up, scored a VP, and cleaved twice, putting the score from 8 to 5 to 9 to 5.
I'm just debating.
Working.
Can I yo-yo and get back to this objective?
If you do a run back.
I don't know. It's real close. Heck yeah, I can. So I did a yo-yo. I chose to use my run movement to go back to the objective. Scored a victory point, killed some Fusiliers. It seemed like a pretty solid activation. I've done 2 activations. I'm all done. There's only 1 Rivenstone to activate. It's that one. Why did I just run away from it? Whatever. A close one.
Well, so first off, we put one on the card.
Yeah. And that one becomes exhausted.
And then he doesn't catch it. Well, he catches it.
He died! For the first time, all of the Rivenstone now have exhaustion tokens on them, so we clear them.
Yep. One of my line troopers failed to roll.
All right, your turn. Show me what you got.
Yeah. Do we have a Stone Touch Knight that flips? Or is that not one of the cards we have available?
Give me like a minute.
Okay. So what we're going to do first is I think we'll probably do some line troopers.
Considering I've killed most line Fusiliers.
Yeah. 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 All right, this line trooper. Woo! I kind of need you to stay there, but that's okay. I also need you to get up in this fight.
But no, I cleared a line trooper from that area.
I understand. He is going to simply get up on the point, but also potentially be a bodyguard for our good friend, the Stone Touch Knight, who will be going in just a moment.
All right.
This line trooper is going to walk, burn a vigor.
Ah, what?
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to walk to here.
Sure.
Burn a vigor and charge. Do you want to focus your defense roll?
Nope.
I will not focus my attack roll. Good.
Haha. I got a 1.
Okay. I got a 1 and a
free
vigor
vigor
back. Second attack, second action, I'll attack you. Do you want to focus?
Yep.
I will.
I got a nothing.
Get a nothing. I got a 2.
2
a
and
1.
a crit.
Yeah, so take 2 damage.
Okay.
Remember that time the line troopers were the best thing we've ever seen them be in a demo?
Jesus, these line troopers.
Don't touch your feet.
Yeah, we'll be showing that in 1 second.
I'm ready.
Got
This last guy is going to
Go get some Rivenstone.
walk medium,
What are you doing?
run short,
What? No.
and just be hanging out near your Rivenstone for whenever
Very
it blows up.
clearly, I am not able to clear line troopers from Rivenstone. I tried a whole bunch of times.
My hero maneuver will be my Stone Touch Knight. Now, on the front of their card, we see that they have those 2 stats. There's the bounties, the bottom one, and the top is the infuse. During their turn, they can consume a number of shards equal to their infuse stat to flip to their other side. My Stone Touch Knight's infuse cost is 2.
Oh no.
So I'm going to spin 2, and I'm going to flip him over. What this does is when they infuse, they heal all damage and conditions. So I'm giving up a heal because he hadn't taken any damage, but instead, their stats increase. And more importantly, in the version of the infused Stone Touch Knight, his offensive stats increase, and he scores more victory points at the end of the round.
Yeah, so you can see on the card the infused stats, the stats that change when you infuse, are very obviously highlighted. There's also bolded text for where the text of each ability might change. In his case, the only text that changes is that his ability goes from scoring 2 victory points at the end of a round to 3.
I forgot to get my free shard from Crackling. Now I'm at threshold because Veteran's threshold is 2, which means every shard I spin past now, I'm going to start taking damage. But I'm going to spend my first action to walk. I'm going to burn a vigor.
Or is that a charge?
Oh no, it's a walk into a charge.
Yeah.
I am strength 4, and it says whenever I focus this attack, I get +1 die. Would you like to focus your defense roll?
Tor's in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Tor's in a
is.
lot of trouble.
Are you focusing?
No.
I am. So I got a 5 dice.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to be good enough.
I got a 2
It
and a
wasn't.
push.
Would you like to push me?
Heck yeah. So
right.
first you take 3 damage.
Yes, that's important. I suffer 3 points of damage.
Then I'm going to push you straight back off the objective.
Yeah, so you can't. When you push, you could push me like kind of at an angle a bit. He's just choosing to go straight away, so I go this away.
And then I'm going to follow up tight straight towards you.
Yeah. So he has officially gotten me off this objective.
Yep.
And because he followed up, he's still within close. Now, you could technically push yourself out of melee if you've got a smaller base.
But you don't have to move something the entire distance of the measurement. You can stop anywhere on the stick. Second action, I'm going to punch you again. Would you like to focus?
I don't think that Tor's going to be successful at focusing.
I'm going to focus.
I got a 2. That's not bad.
I got a 4 and a
Did
push.
you want to push again? Probably
No,
not.
but take another 3.
I don't want to.
That's my 2 base actions. I'm going to spend a shard, past threshold, which means I will take 1 damage after this is done.
I see how it is.
And I'm going to buy another attack against you.
Are you going to focus it?
Are you?
I'm going to. I am going to try desperately to save Tor by
I'm
focusing,
absolutely going to focus it.
which is not almost certainly going to help me. Oh, I got a 3.
I hate it. I got a 3.
Oh my gosh! All right, are you going to buy another attack?
I'm going to spend another shard. I'm now 2 past threshold, which means I take 2 damage. Every time you spend a shard past threshold, you don't just take 1. You take an amount equal to how much you've spent past threshold. So I
I'm
take.
going to desperately cling to life.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
spending-
yeah. No, you're going down.
Nope, nothing. That's not good. Okay, goodbye, Tor. Tor suffers 3 more points damage and dies a terrible death.
I score 4 points. So the
Yep.
score went from 9 to 5 to 9 to 9.
Yep.
My Stone Touch Knight will be done. I'm not going to spend a shard to take 3 damage at that point and kill a Flinger. Terrible idea.
I don't know why wouldn't you do that?
I'm going to roll for this deposit. I roll close 1. No one's in range to catch it, but it does add another shard to the round counter, and it is
still gets
your
exhausted.
go.
All right.
You get a free shard from Crackling.
I do get a free shard from Crackling. Gosh darn it, that's such a great roll. All right. Now I have a choice. Does Tor want ultimate vengeance?
You could spawn Tor and just come right back at me.
Or do I want to try and kill you with followers? It's not easy to kill heroes with followers. They have a lot of hit points. They're not terribly easy to knock down. However, I could get a couple of good attacks at you with a Brute, and you've already suffered 3 damage. But I just can't get that Battlemaster over there. I probably could get this Battlemaster close enough to fight that that Stone Touch Knight, but I'd have to run getting there, which means I wouldn't be able to charge. I'd have to buy all of my attacks. None of that sounds super stupendous.
I'm down if you want to do it, though.
But no. Okay. I'm going to take a barracks action.
It is probably not the best tactical move, but I'm down.
I am going to use the ambush action.
On your barracks?
Yep, that is the special Oryx only barracks rule.
Oh no, did I put the Line Trooper too close?
I'm pretty sure you put the Line Trooper a little too close.
For anybody watching at home, that is not a planned thing we did for this demo game. I just goofed up.
So, the ambush says I place a follower, not a hero, because that would be insane, within tight range of any board edge that is not within long range of my opponent's board edge. Very obviously not within long range of his board edge.
You know, you're a little bit wrong there. Ambush says within tight range of any board edge and within long range of any enemy model.
Oh, sorry.
You
Yes.
can absolutely show up on the opponent deployment zone.
I got the long range screwed up there.
Yeah.
So, yep, I'm definitely within a tight. The width of all of these sticks is tight, so you don't actually have to like measure the tight every time. You can just use any stick. I am within close range of you, and part of the ambush is that I get a free melee attack immediately. I'm going to take that.
I'm not going to focus.
I'm not going to focus. I got a 3.
I can block this. I'm defense 3.
I believe in you. I don't believe in you anymore.
Not today.
He doesn't get an exhaustion token because that wasn't actually his activation. That was a barracks action.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm going to take the reinforce action to bring Tor back into play. And Tor is going to seek endless vengeance upon this gosh darn Stone Touch Knight. I hate him.
So narratively, in case you're wondering, whenever you're bringing back nameless characters, the idea is that those are extra soldiers that are just coming through the portal of whatever kind. When a named character goes down, the idea is that they've been injured and dragged back through the barracks to be healed up back at the home base and then sent back into battle. It's sort of an abstraction of playing a war game. So, because you're wondering, like, wait, how did Tor come back? Didn't he just die? Think that he got knocked off his cat got hurt, and then the two of them, like, you know, other people on the battlefield pulled them back through.
Yeah. All right. Tor is going to immediately activate because there's nothing saying that it can't. So as my second maneuver, I'm going to do a hero maneuver. I'm going to activate Tor.
You coming right back in for some more?
Yeah.
But why?
I'm going to charge. So I spin a vigor. I get a free melee attack. My melee weapon is actually, statistically speaking, a little bit worse than my chain bullets, but you're not allowed to make missile attacks when you're charging.
I'm not focused on this. I got a nothing.
You got a nothing. I chose you with Big Game Hunter. Should actually got a 5. Cool, and a vigor back.
I'll take
Would
2.
you like to take 2?
Yeah,
Please and thank you.
I've got 3 left.
All right. So that was my free charge action. The charge must happen right after you move. So I wasn't allowed to interrupt it with doing other actions. But I always want to take a chain bullets attack as quickly as possible because I want you on the ground so that I get those free focuses. So my second action, even though I still have another free melee attack, which I'll explain in just a second,
You're gonna throw the bullets at me?
I'm going to throw the bullets at you first.
I'm not gonna focus.
All right. Well, I'm going to beat you up.
I got a 1.
All right. I got a 2 and a critical hit, so you're just dead.
Yes.
Problem solved. Cool. Right.
When a hero dies, they flip back to their non-infused side.
So I hit that guy twice. I score 1 victory point. I also killed a guy with a bounty score of 1, so I get another 1 victory point.
Scores 11 to 9.
Yep. Well, I had a second action, a free melee attack, but you died.
Yeah.
So, oops.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to die from that. I'm rolling too many crits for my own good.
So many crits. So Tor's is done.
Tor is done. Tor is very disappointingly done.
What do you want to have erupt?
That's a good question. I think that, you know what? I'm actually going to have that one erupt. Because I think it, well, no, it has the same chance of me getting it as you. I'll still have that one erupt. Because I don't need shards during your turn. Short one.
So nothing.
Nothing comes out.
We
Add
put
a shard there.
1 on the counter. So it's at 3.
We both decided that the shards on your side should activate.
How many shards do you have?
5?
Why?
Because
No.
I have a lot.
Turn starts. I get a shard from Belcroft.
From Belcroft, from Crackling Anticipation.
From Crackling Anticipation. And also Belcroft's about to get some. Why do you have so many shards?
Because I've been collecting them.
I hate it. Why are all my troops dead?
I critically hit constantly, so I don't need to buy attacks. Just gonna keep them.
Okay, I am going to take a barracks action first.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a shard for Attune Energy.
Are you going to remove the exhaustion token from one of the Rivenstone deposits I intentionally exhausted?
Yes.
Gosh darn it.
I'll put a Line Trooper or a Line Fusilier here. Then I'm going to take the Reinforce. I'm going to bring back a Stone Touch Knight right here in front of Belcroft. Oh, that's so dangerous. Well, Belcroft's going to get out of the way, so it'll be fine. And then 3 Line Troopers. Here, here, and here.
All right.
That's my barracks action, barracks maneuver. My second maneuver is either followers or hero. I'm going to go with Belcroft, and we're going to be brave soldiers. I'm going to walk medium.
Okay.
This is totally going to work, everybody. Nothing could ever go wrong.
A lot can go wrong with this action that he's taking, but he's going for it.
Nothing could ever go wrong. Walk
That
medium.
is sarcasm.
I am going to burn a vigor to use Power Hungry. Power Hungry does not cost me one of my actions. It costs me a vigor. Same thing before. I choose an enemy hero in my leadership range. I'm going to choose.
Which of the 2 would you like?
I'll choose Tor.
Cool.
I roll my ingenuity. I'm looking for a target number of 1.
You got
I'm
it, no
successful.
problem.
You lose a shard. I
lose
gain
a
a
shard.
shard. And I gain a VP. So the score is 10 to 10 now?
Nope, 10 to 11.
Oh, that's right. You're at 11 now. So 11 to 10. Got it. For my second action, I am going to shoot that flinger
No.
with a Riven Blast.
Poor Flinger. This Flinger's gonna die, so I've given up. Got a nothing. Murder.
You got a murder. Roll to misfire. Misfires don't work on magic, so it doesn't matter. You lose a shard whenever you kill someone. I'm going to spend 2 shards to buy a magic attack.
Wait. Are you going to try and destroy all of my shards?
I have plans. I am going to shoot this brute at extreme range.
Stop it.
You're autofocused for
I
extreme
am
range.
automatically focused. I got a 2.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I tuned a vigor
You did
back.
get a figure back, so there was, even though we missed, there was still a benefit for rolling that attack die.
I don't want to take damage.
You don't want to take a damage to remove 1 more of my shards? Potentially.
You have 3 left?
I have 3 left. And I'm going to get 1 for Crackling Anticipation, so.
There's a biscuit, and the only way to play this game is to risk it. I'm going to spend 2, take a damage, buy another magic attack.
I'm automatically focused still, assuming you're shooting that same brute.
I am shooting the same brute.
I got a 2.
Just do what you're supposed to, Belcroft.
Nope.
I got...
You could have spent your last figure.
I wasn't
You
gonna.
got it back.
I don't want to. I'm done.
All right.
I'm then going to have this blow up, because it's free again.
I blew that up so that you couldn't blow it up.
I roll medium 1.
Is my Battlemaster in a medium?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I'm unfortunately only Ingenuity 1 because Belcroft is preaching at my Battlemaster.
We give it to this.
So
one.
he takes a damage.
Give it to this Line Fusilier, who's good. And we put 1 on the card, making the card count 4 of 6. You're good.
All right.
Oh no.
I got a lot of shards. I get another one. And I want to do some good old-fashioned murder. Do I start with brutes? Got plenty of shards. I think I do, because this guy's not close enough to this objective. So I need to get him a little bit closer anyways. So yeah, this brute's going to have a really meh activation of just walk to there.
Sure. Gotta play the scenario sometimes.
Yep. And this brute is going to maybe try and kill that line trooper.
How dare you?
So I can't get to you with my walk, which is unfortunate, but I am going to run to you.
How dare you?
And I'm going to try and kill that line trooper by buying an attack with a shard.
I will not focus my defense roll.
I will not focus this attack roll.
Let's see what you got.
I got a 3.
I got, well, if I was attacking, I'd have gotten a 3.
Well, you weren't, so
He's dead.
I kill him. All right. Now I have to choose, do I want to try and kill Belcroft again? I mean, yes? Yes. The answer is yes.
Let's see, we're 11 to 10 right now, right?
Yeah?
So you would go 15 to 10?
Yeah?
Okay.
Assuming I don't also score Big Game Hunter, which I believe I have to.
Sure, yes.
It is impossible to kill Belcroft in only 1 attack. So I could activate Tor. I could have the Battlemaster go try and do it. How many shards do you have?
2.
2, and you're going to get a free one. So you're going to be able to infuse.
Yes.
So unless I can kill that Belcroft in 1 turn, it's probably not worth doing a ton to that Belcroft.
Agreed.
But at the same time, if I wait to activate Tor, Tor can respond to wherever that Stone Touch Knight goes. So I'm going to take my Battlemaster.
Okay.
He is going to infuse. Infusing is not an action. I just do it. I get to clear the 1 damage that he just took from catching that shard
Sure.
poorly. He infuses. I get to flip over his card. One of the big benefits for flipping over his card is his Bull Rush ability that gives him a +1 strength when he charges becomes, he gets +1 strength if he charges for his entire activation.
Yeah.
So he goes from strength 5 to effectively strength 6 as long as I do in fact charge Belcroft, which I'm going to do.
I did make the mistake of moving Belcroft up towards the middle of the table with Oryx, but I have a plan, which is to outroll you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what you do. So I move over there. I charge.
Yep.
I get to roll 6 dice.
I'm not going to focus.
I'm not going to focus either. I got a 5.
I'll take 2. Would you like to push me?
Yes!
Okay.
Yes, I would. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and push you until you're out of this.
Sure.
So that you have to move, so just a little bit further. There we go. And then I'm going to follow up like
good.
so. And I didn't have to follow up. When I moved this follow-up, I didn't have to follow up directly towards him. I can kind of go off to the side a little bit. You have kind of like a 90-degree arc of available movement whenever you're moving towards or away from something. So I moved to there. That was my charge attack. I'll go ahead and take another attack at you.
Okay. I'm not going to focus.
All right. I got a 2.
And a vigor back.
Yay.
You got a 2. I have a 1. I'll take 2 more. Ow.
So I don't think I'm going to kill this this Belcroft. He's only suffered 4 of his 9. I would need to critically hit with one of my 2 possible remaining attacks.
Oh, remember I took 1 from Threshold earlier. I've got 4 health left. If you hit me 2 more times, I die.
Oh. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's too much damage. I think that my Battlemaster can live a Belcroft onslaught because part of infusing increases his stamina to 3, which means he can activate again, even though he already has 2 exhaustion tokens a second, and his defense to 4. So he becomes much more defensive, and I can activate him again if you fail to kill him with your Belcroft, and I think you might. So I'm gonna take the risk.
Okay.
I've activated 2 maneuvers. I get to roll this thing.
Oh, if you roll a double, it's so bad for me.
I'm gonna choose this one. I would really like to roll it up.
Faye, your dice, they're killing me inside.
Okay, I rolled that double.
So that means the round ends.
The round, we add 2 shards to the 4 that's already on there. It gets to 6. The round immediately ends after we catch some Rivenstone.
You score every objective?
I do. Would you like to catch some of this Rivenstone with your line trooper that's just been amazing? I'm going to catch it with my flinger. I got it, and I'm going to do it with my flinger again.
Yep.
Got it.
My line trooper is going to get the first one and letting go of the box. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, easy.
What is this line trooper?
So
This is like the $1 Million Man line trooper.
So our score was 11-10, right?
Yep.
And
very
now
close.
it is 17-10?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Because I scored every single objective.
I hate it. All right, so that means we are going into the 3rd and final round of this battle report, and I am at a 7-point deficit that I have to come back from very quickly.
I believe in you.
Let's go. All right, so first thing, Flux Phase. We did that, you scored. We get our vigor back.
Yep.
Start of round 3, I will be the first player. Lull Phase. Let's see, do I do an exhaustion clearing? Oh wait, I have no models that have exhaustion because they all died.
Belcroft has 1.
Did he?
Yeah,
No.
there you go.
Give me that.
All right,
I hate
the only 2 models that haven't activated in my army are these 2 brutes.
Yeah.
So not all of my models have exhaustion tokens. So I get to choose a muster of followers and a hero, and I get to remove their exhaustion tokens. I'm going to choose Tor and these 2 flingers.
So you still have 2 left on your Battlemaster, but you can go one more time?
Yeah, and 2 of my brutes still have stuff.
I then get to do a reinforce because I don't have a hero. I get to reinforce 2 different musters. I have exactly 2 different musters, so I'll bring them both back.
You've been an incredible loser last round. You killed a single model. So I'm going to bring back that one single model.
Look at what you did, Faye. Look at what you did.
I know, it was good. You are going to get the first turn, but before you do, I get to do my Outrider movement.
Yep.
This guy is going to go into not melee
This
with
guy's
you.
cleared.
To the other side, and this guy's also going to go to not melee with you, but the other side. Great. Okay, so I did my Outrider movement. It is your turn.
Cool. Belcroft activates.
You get a free shard.
I do get a free shard, but Belcroft activates first 100%. I'm going to consume 3 shards with Belcroft,
Okay.
and we're going to infuse him.
All right.
So if we can pull his infused card up, that would be pretty cool to show people.
Yeah. Definitely flip him over. So the active infusing heals him completely, so that 5 damage that he had suffered goes away. I knew that that was going to happen, but I also knew that being forced to infuse him means that spending shards really sucks for him. And I think I can still kill you in a single round, especially now that I'm already infused and ready to go.
So 17-10.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn a vigor for power hungry.
All right, well-
Choosing
one of them.
One of them.
Who cares?
It is successful.
Great.
I get a shard, and I score 2 now because I'm infused.
Yep.
The infused side is over 2 VP, so now the score is 17 to 12.
Correct.
My first action is going to be to open fire with a Riven Blast.
What? Who are you riven blasting?
I'm thinking very hard about it right now.
Oh no, you can riven blast the brute because you are within a short. Yeah, you're within a short. So
Oh yeah.
you have a very long stick, so your melee range is short. Normally, you wouldn't be allowed to shoot because I was engaged with him.
No, you're still right. You can only shoot people that are in close
close,
range.
that's right, yeah.
So if I'm not within close,
So because he's within close of the Battlemaster and not within close to the brute, he can only shoot at the Battlemaster unless he moves around. There's no like negative for just leaving combat, but this is the one significant negative for starting in combat is that you're not allowed to shoot outside of the combat.
my first action is going to be to walk.
Okay.
I'm actually going to walk.
To
to
get
about-
yeah.
to about
that
here.
He's in a medium.
And my second action is going to be to Riven Blast.
I see you're going after
That
my
guy.
shards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to focus?
Or
Or take cover?
take cover. You know what? I'm going to take cover, but not focus. So I'm definitely going to take cover behind this wall.
Okay.
Very clearly, that is between us. I get to roll 5 dice. Ooh, I rolled a 3.
Okay. You got a 3. I rolled a 1.
1.
And then Belcroft's going to chill there.
Okay.
So I'm only 5 behind right now. I'm then going to do...
I see your chicken strategy of run away. It's a
Yes.
solid strategy.
Oh, no. I got too close to the sun and I paid for it. We're going to do Line Troopers next. This Line Trooper is going to walk medium, burn a Vigor to run through the woods, and go here.
Okay.
Go, Dean, and live your best life.
You and your incredible propensity to name your random line troopers. It happens every game he plays. Doesn't matter. Names his random dudes every time.
Walk to here. Shoot my buckler gun
At my
at your brute.
brute.
You're already at extreme range.
Oh, am I? All right.
Yeah.
So I'm on a focused. I got a 2.
Uh,
You can't beat that. But
I misfired. I could have rolled a Vigor.
despite the fact that I rolled a 2 and he literally can't beat that, he's only strength 2. You still want to roll the attacker die because you might get that vigor back.
Yeah. This one is going to walk to here and take an extreme range shot at that same
dude.
brute.
All right. Let's see what I got. I got a 3, so you can't possibly hit. Still roll. See if you
Okay.
get that vigor back.
Well then, I'm going to roll for this deposit here
All right.
to end the turn. I got a close 2.
Okay. Oh, and this one blew up last time. So that will be all 3.
Yeah, they'll clear them all off.
All 4.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
Those
try and have
two.
my line trooper catch them. So line trooper tries to catch the first one successfully, and successfully.
Jesus, these line troopers. All right. This flinger fails and dies.
You should learn a couple things from these.
So because I died on the first attempt to gather Rivenstone, I am not allowed to get the second one because there's nobody nearby.
Your go.
I still get another shard though because of crackling anticipation.
All right, the end is coming, Thane. We're only 5 apart.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. Yes. I'm gonna move to here, and I'm gonna throw a boomer axe at that guy in combat. I need that guy.
Sure. I'll focus.
I will not. Well, I didn't need it. Got 3 and a crit.
Your dice rolls today.
I know.
Well, okay, that guy's dead.
Explosion. I'm gonna steal his exhaustion token. Put it on my flinger. That's the prize that you get whenever you kill a model. You
Okay.
get their exhaustion token. This flinger is going to shoot you.
Oh, that guy?
That guy that is immortal.
Well, he's focused for free because of stone skin.
He is immortal. I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Another crit they don't need.
I got a 1.
The guy continues to be immortal. I've given up. I'm gonna mine instead. I'm good.
Okay.
With my second action. My other flinger is dead, so I can't activate them.
Sure.
That is unfortunate, but it's the way of things. All right.
That double at the end of round 2 hurt so bad. That's
It was-
6 VPs.
It was a lot.
That's all right.
It was a lot.
We can come back from this.
I believe you.
There's a moment where doubles get rolled.
Absolutely believe you. I'm going to choose Belcroft with Big Game Hunter.
Oh, come on in. The water's fine.
I'm going to move to right there. I don't think I got that random line trooper in close. Oh, no, I did. Well, we'll see. Moved a tiny bit further. There you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't think I moved my entire distance. All right. I'll charge that line trooper.
Okay. Autofocus for Stone Skin.
Yep. I'm going to focus.
Okay. So Burning of Vigor to charge. You got a 1.
Got a 1. That's no good. You got more than a 1.
Yep, got a 2.
Whenever Tor has a special rule, his cat is kind of like independent from him, got a mind of its own. It can make 1 free melee attack every turn for free, so I will do so.
Okay.
I'll focus this.
I'm focused for Stone Skin.
Yep. Okay, well, where'd my dice rolls go? Good. I'll bolus that dude.
Sure, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, because I'm kind of boned. I got a misfire. Okay.
Our work here is done.
This was disappointing.
This was
deeply. I'm gonna buy an attack and kill that guy. I freaking hate him at this point. Okay, well I got a 1.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm unkillable with
I'm
my
gonna
2.
buy an attack.
Wow!
You need to die. At this point, it's just a vendetta. I have to kill you.
You got a 2? I got a. You got him.
Okay, jeez. Woo! All right. I'm gonna buy an attack on Belcroft.
Sure, yeah. I'm auto-focused for defense.
Yep, I am gonna focus this roll.
Sure.
I got a 4 in another crit. Did you like seeing that crit there?
I will take 4 damage and be knocked down.
All right, I'm gonna buy an attack and suffer a point of damage because I've already bought 3 because it took me forever to kill that gosh darn line trooper.
I'm still focused for free because of Stone Skin, but so are you now because I'm knocked. Yeah.
You're knocked down. I'm rolling it.
Misfire.
Okay. Well, I want my 2 victory points. I want them real bad. I'm gonna buy an attack.
I'm gonna take 2 because
Yep.
you're 2 past threshold?
Yep.
Okay.
I want those gosh darn victory points. I also crit.
Will you stop critting me? I got a 4.
No!
I block it.
Oh, I give up. I am out. I'm out.
Woo.
That did not work out well for me.
I got your exhaustion token
Thank
already.
you. That's it. I blow up a thing that was just across the board mediocre. I'm gonna blow this one up. Close 1. I'm gonna grab it with my flinger. My flinger dies.
Don't I have a guy over there?
Yes, you do.
Is that
That
Billy?
is the guy that cannot fail.
Oh, that's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy dies.
Jimmy dies. It finally happened.
What have you done?
He got a free Rivenstone. That's what he did.
My turn, you say?
It is. Tor is not looking good. He's in a
Yeah.
bad position,
Yeah.
as I understand positions.
Yeah. We will go ahead and go with Belcroft. First action will be to get rid of. I'll cleanse Knockdown away.
Yeah. If he didn't cleanse Knockdown, he wouldn't be able to attack. So he has to spend one of his actions to cleanse it.
I will Burn a Vigor, and I will Power Hungry Tor.
Okay.
I am successful.
Great. Here's a shard.
I score 2 more VPs because I'm still infused. The score is now 17 to
13? No.
14. So I'm 3 behind. I will walk.
I don't think you need to. I think you might be in a short.
I don't think I'm in short of you.
Oh, you're right. Just short. Just short of short.
I will walk to here.
An aggressive walk.
Burn a Vigor to charge.
Okay. I don't like any of this.
Because I want to buy additional attacks, and buying additional Riven Blast would be too expensive.
Yep. I got a nothing.
I got a 1. Take 2.
Did you want to push?
No.
I have 4 left.
I will spend a shard to buy an attack. Would you like to focus?
Nope.
Me either.
It's a nothing.
I got a 1.
1.
Take 2.
Could push again if you wanted.
No, all right.
I've got 2 left. So
I'm
you're
gonna
just
buy an
gonna give me one more time. Tor has failed me. I've given up on him.
I'm going to focus.
I got a nothing. You did it.
Yep, I score 4 points. The score is now 17-17.
17 to 19. No.
No, I scored 4.
Off by. You were at 14.
Was that 14? Oh, was it 14? You're right.
I said
Right.
it wrong the first time. That's
You're
why I
right. So
screwed
the
up.
scores, I'm winning 18 to your 17.
Correct.
Okay. All right, things are looking up. Belcroft is done. I take a... Oh, God, do I take a line trooper activation. Boys, go protect your leader. You have one job on this planet right now.
And it's to protect him from a battle master.
This guy just walks here and stays as far away from close as he possibly can. Actually, he could walk, run, back here.
Yeah.
So I'm also protected.
Absolutely. No problem.
He'll walk, run back there to be in bodyguard range, body block range.
So got this guy. Is he the only one that hasn't activated?
Oh, God, him.
I think that's true. I don't think you have any other line troopers.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going? You want to try and shoot my brute?
Yeah, you know what? I'll walk
Make it a
over.
crit. Who
I'll walk
knows?
over here and shoot your brute.
Nothing?
Nothing. All right.
Just easy crit?
Take a damage.
I take a damage. Brute doesn't die, but it was worth a shot.
All right.
Could have gotten that
no,
crit.
No objective there. And now we got to roll for stuff to blow up. We're gonna roll for this one to blow up next to Belcroft.
Yep.
Medium 1.
I don't have anyone nearby there.
I forgot to get my free shard at the start of the turn.
Yep. And I imagine Belcroft's grabbing this.
Yeah, Belcroft's absolutely grabbing this. He does so successfully. I got
Great
it.
success. And we get a stone on this. Did you already put it on there?
So there's 4 of 6. If you roll a double, this is the last turn, and you would win off scenario. If you don't get a double and I get another turn, we'll see what happens.
You got a shot. You got a shot.
All
All
right.
right.
It's really close. This game's really close.
I have a kind of useless. Well, no, I can collect some shards. So I get a free shard for Crackling Anticipation. This brute's going to activate and snake some shards. Takes a damage.
Sure.
But still alive. And then try it again. Got it that time.
Okay, so double.
Lives through the process of collecting shards.
You have this brute with 1 health over here. I assume
Yep.
they're just going to stay on the
They're
points.
going to kind of move over to here.
Seems
They're behind the stuff. And I don't know where that health is. We'll find it later.
Okay.
Okay. And that's it for that brute. Now I've got a battle master that has a Belcroft to gosh darn murder.
Good luck.
I believe in myself. I believe
Walk, charge.
I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
I think that's literally all that we can use of that song. I will spend one of my last 2 vigor to charge.
I am 4 defense autofocused. You are 6 dice not focused.
Yep.
Would you like to focus?
I'm not going to focus.
Okay, go for it.
I got 1.
You got a 1? I
You
got a 1.
Do I want to use my last vigor to force you to reroll that? You know what? Screw it. Yeah.
Reroll my 1 success?
Yep. All right. Would you like to spend your last vigor to take that attack with another model?
No, I'll just take 2.
gonna
Because
it
that
wasn't
doesn't
to crit?
That doesn't say crit on it.
All right.
Second action?
Second action.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
You got a 2?
Yep. I can't spend vigor anymore. I'm all out. Let's see.
I got a 3.
All right. I don't. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna keep on going.
Okay.
I'll attack you. Spend a shard. I got a 2.
You got a 2?
Thank you.
I got a 3.
All right. This is looking very poor for me, but I'm gonna keep on going. I believe in myself. Buy an attack. Okay. Well, you don't need to roll any dice against that one.
You take a damage, right? Because this.
No,
is-
that was my second.
Okay, I was just second. Got it.
This is my third.
Okay.
How much life do you have left? Got 3
3.
left. 3 left. And you get to
I've got 1 body
absorb
block.
one of these attacks.
Yeah.
So I have to hit you, and you have to choose not to body block it.
Yeah.
No, I need to crit you literally twice.
Yeah.
I need to literally crit you twice. I can't do it. I'm giving up.
All right.
All right, the Battle Master gets another exhaustion token.
And let's see if you roll a double and the game ends. Because if not, I think I might make the comeback kid 3rd round
All
play.
right, we'll believe in you. We'll believe in you. I'm gonna snake some more shards over here. Medium 1.
Woo!
That person that's already taken a damage will die,
And another shard.
but I
goes
get
in.
another shard. And it is your turn.
All right.
Just in case an X is rolled.
Let's make it fast and let's finish it out. Line Fusilier. We're gonna activate them.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk short, run medium,
Contest that
contest
objective.
this so that nobody's got it.
All right.
That puts us. We're tied there. We're tied there.
I'm scoring the middle one.
Yep. I'm going to do the rest of my Line Fusiliers.
And they're gonna both walk on up there.
I'm
Can
gonna-
they both make it. That's the question.
Walk short,
I know one of them can. I don't know if that back one can.
run medium,
Yeah.
spend a shard, and shoot that flinger in the
I
head.
see. I see where this is going. Would you like like to focus this attack?
No.
All right. Get these out of here. I got a nothing.
I
You
got
a
a 1
As long as it's not a misfire, you kill me.
All right. Doing great. This line Fusilier is going to, he can't get there, he'll simply come here.
Sure.
My hero activation will be my Stone Touch Knight. My Stone Touch Knight is going
Let's see how this is. You're just completely ignoring everything.
walk here,
Yeah.
burn a Vigor, my last one to go through the woods, come here, get next to the Brute, spend a shard, buy an attack against you.
I got a nothing.
I got
2 and a crit, not that you needed it.
He dies. And I will end my turn there. I will roll for this one.
X.
The game ends.
I'm gonna grab that shard though.
Nobody scores this one. Nobody scores this one. It was 17 to 16, right? Or no, 18 to 17.
18 to 17. In
So
your
I
favor.
score this. I go to 20 to 17.
Yeah.
And then he scores Imperial Requisition,
Yep.
which is he's near an objective. There's no enemy heroes within it. So the
22.
final score is 22
17.
17. Good game,
Orcs,
Faye.
had a very strong start and a very poor finish.
Well, roll more crits.
Apparently,
Good game, Faye.
the
Good
game is roll crits.
So for everybody watching, thank you for hanging out, and you just watched an entire game of Rivenstone. Now we took a little bit longer than normal because we were explaining things as we went. When Faye and I normally play, we finish a game in an hour to an hour and a half, easy, every single time. So if you're wondering about the length and how many models, if you want to learn more, go to RivenstoneGame.com. There's also links to the blogs on the website BrokenAnvilMinis.com where we've posted a lot of the rules discussions so you can read more in depth if you want to see them. And make sure to check out the Kickstarter, which is going live on April 26th. You can go to Kickstarter.com, look for the Rivenstone Kickstarter. We have some really awesome deals. Fully playable warbands out the box as a faction starter with the rulebook, tokens, measurement tools, everything you need for $99. So we hope to see you there. And until next time, until next battle report, everybody, take it easy and have fun.
Goodbye.
Bye.